بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وطبيب نفوسنا وحبيب قلوبنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم محمد صلى الله عليه وآله الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه المنتجبين. عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصاب عاشوراء وأبي عبد الله الحسين عليه السلام in this amazing night, the night of Ashura, that starts with the words of poetry from the master of the martyrs, Sayyid al-Shuhada alayhi salam, who said, يا دهر أف لك من خليلي كم لك بالإشراق والبديل من طالب وصاحب قتيل والدهر لا يغنأ بالبديل وإنما الأمر إلى الجليل وكل حي سالك سبيل ما أقرب الوعد من الرحيل. He is talking about this world and the lack of loyalty in this world. And then he talks about Ar-Rahil. Ar-Rahil. Like his father, Amir al-Mu'mineen, used to say every night after the prayer, addressing the Musallin and saying, تجهزوا رحمكم الله فقد نودي فيكم بالرحيل. Be ready and hear the voice of Ar-Rahil. Migration from this earth to heaven, from darkness to light. Yes, tonight is the night of Ar-Rahil, the night of migration of Ahlul Bayt from the world of silence to breaking this silence from the Ummah and from moving from talk to walk, from expression to action, from wilayat al-shaytan to wilayat al-Rahman. That is the Rahil of tonight. For Imam Hussein and 72 people who were with him as the fighters of Ashura, tonight was the Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr is the Layla of revelation of the Quran, and that is the night of prayer, the night of power, and the night of destination. Yes, for 72 people, tonight was the night of destination, the night of prayer and power. Can I ask that, I see now much more people are coming as we go through the service. The brothers and sisters who are sitting on the back to please move forward and fill the front seats. So when people come, they don't do too much interruption in the lecture of our guest speakers, and please move towards the podium as I mentioned the name of Al-Qa'im, Al-Ali Muhammad alayhi salat, Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, to honor this name of Qiyam and Qa'im and standing up and coming forward, because every night we have this situation that people come later during this program and they are confused about finding a place and they feel shy to come to the front pews. So it's good that you help the newcomers. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. In this night of power for Ahlul Bayt in the Mukhayyam, in the camps of Karbala, it is Nasha'atul Layl as the Quran mentions it. You know, in Surah Al-Muzammil, قُمِ اللَّيْلَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا إِنَّ نَاشِئَةَ اللَّيْلِ هِيَ أَشَدُّ وَطْئًا وَأَقْوَمُ قِيلًا إِنَّ لَكَ فِي النَّهَارِ سَبْحًا طَوِيلًا. O Messenger, spend a big part of the night reciting the Quran and prayer. Because the act of worship and the words of prayer during the Nasha'atul Layl are more powerful, stronger and deeper. Because you are going to have a long day tomorrow. إِنَّ لَكَ فِي النَّهَارِ سَبْحًا طَوِيلًا, a long day, busy day, challenging day. And you have to be ready for that day. And the best way to be ready for it is to use this Nasha'atul Layl and spend more time for prayer and reciting the Quran. That's applied to the night of Ashura, and especially this is the last night of life of Imam Hussein, the physical life on this earth. He then addressed his family and his followers, and he made it very clear, though it was already clear, قَدْ نَزَلَ بِنَا مِنَ الْأَمْرِ مَا قَدْ تَرَوْنَ. You know what is going on. وَإِنَّ الدُّنْيَا قَدْ تَغَيَّرَتْ وَتَنَكَّرَتْ. Things are totally changed. We live in an amazing world now. And it's so bad that لِيَرْغَبْ الْمُؤْمِنْ فِي لِقَاءِ اللَّهِ. Any faithful under these circumstances desires to meet with his Lord. وَإِنِّي لَا أَرَى الْمَوْتَ إِلَّا سَعَادَةً وَالْحَيَاةَ مَعَ الظَّالِمِينَ إِلَّا بَرَمًا. And under these circumstances, I don't see life as something joyful. It is boring to live under the authority of the oppressors, and I am ready to meet with my Lord, liqa Allah. So it is an amazing Laylat Ashura, Laylatul Qadr, the night of prayer and power, and also Imam Hussein turned this night to a Thanksgiving night. It is a Thanksgiving night tonight. Because Imam Sajjad alayhi salam says that I heard my father, سمعت أبي أثنى على الله تبارك وتعالى وقال اللهم إني أحمدك على ما أكرمتنا بالنبوة وعلمتنا القرآن وفقهتنا في الدين. I thank you, Allah, for honoring us with the Prophet and prophethood, teaching us the Quran, and giving us understanding about our religion. Then Imam Hussein alayhi salam, after thanking God and using this time to express his gratitude to Allah, he addressed his family and companions again, and he said, فإني لا أعلم أصحابا أولى ولا خيرا من أصحابي ولا أهل بيت أبر ولا أوصل من أهل بيتي فجزاكم الله عني جميعا خيرا. I witness that you are the best faithful, the best companions, and I don't see any better family than this faithful family around me, Ahlul Bayt. May Allah reward you for your sacrifice, for your support for me. ألا وإني أظن يومنا من هؤلاء الأعداء غدا. I can see that the enemies is coming, and tomorrow is the day of destination. ألا وإني قد رأيت لكم فانطلقوا جميعا في حل ليس عليكم مني ذمام. Please, since I am the target, you don't have to stay here. They are looking for me. You can leave. And if you feel shy, I'm telling you, I cancel any obligation that you may think you have. And I want you to feel free that there is no religious or any obligation that you feel of shortcoming. I just give permission. You can leave. Here, brothers and sisters, you can see the most powerful, positive energy of these 72 people who heard this statement from the son of Rasulullah, peace be upon him. Full of energy and full of positive energy. You don't see any negativity in Karbala. You don't see any negativity in any kind of communication between the Imam and his followers. Nobody complains. Nobody criticizing. Everybody is ready and everybody is supporting. And this is a moral lesson that we must learn. Nobody on the night of Ashura was backbiting. Nobody was involved in gossip. Nobody was killing anybody's character. And this is for us as community of faith to follow. You know, I just received a letter yesterday that I don't know who wrote that letter, but it was about one of the imams who leads one of the institutions in Michigan. And it was amazing. I couldn't believe that, and it was in Arabic. And I heard that that letter was sent to everybody's house, everybody who was in that particular mailing list. They received that letter, maybe thousands of people, maybe many of you received that letter. And they are complaining and saying amazing things that even morally for anybody to even mention these things. And I don't know that how much of this stuff was true, if any of them was true, and I hope none of them is true. But my point is that even if this information was right, even if it was right, how can you talk about it? Because that is a big character assassination. of making big fitna. I mean, you can, sorry? Backbiting, right? Even if it's true, I don't know, you don't know, we don't know. But let's assume that every information in that letter was right. Still, for somebody to issue such a letter and send it to everybody's house, instead of going directly to that individual, and if this is the case, really, it is very serious, and it must be solved, and someone must deal with this situation, if that is true, because that is very dangerous. That's so bad. That's so immoral. But then, for people not to go to the individual and talk directly and have communication, and wrote all of this unbelievable stuff and sent to everyone, this is not what we learned from Karbala. This is not the ethics of Ashura. We see that on that day, all we hear is positive. Imam Hussein is saying that it's clear, I'm going to be beheaded tomorrow. And everyone, whoever else around me is going to be beheaded. There's no question about that. And you can leave. But look at the reaction. The people who reflected on everything that Imam Hussein alayhi salam said. They stood up one after another, expressing that positive energy, and not only expressing it, turning that energy to action, turning that talk to walk, and saying that we are ready to sacrifice, we are ready to die. Starting from his family, Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam, La wallah la naf'al, La wallah la naf'al, ولكن نفديك أنفسنا وأموالنا. I swear by God that we would never leave you alone. We are here to sacrifice our life, our property, everything we have is for you, Ya Abu Abdullah. Then Muslim ibn Awsaja, أما والله لا أفارقك ولو لم يكن معي سلاح أقاتلهم به لقذفتهم بالحجارة دونك حتى أموت معك يا أبا عبد الله. There is no way that under any circumstances we separate from you. Even if I don't have any weapon, any sword, anything, I use just stone to continue to defend the truth till the moment that I die for your cause. Sa'd ibn Abdullah, والله لو علمت أني أقتل ثم أحيا ثم أحرق حيا يفعل ذلك بي 70 مرة ما فارقتك. O son of the Prophet, I swear by God, if I know that I'm going to be killed and again raised to life and then burn when I'm alive, they put me in fire, and these circumstances continues 70 times, 70 times dying, 70 times burning, 70 times coming back to rise, going through all this suffering and torture, still I'm not going to leave you alone. Still, I will continue to sacrifice for your cause. Subhanallah. This is why we call it Laylatul Qadr, Laylat Ashura, the night of destination. They chose their destiny, and their destiny was Akramul Maut, the most dignified kind of death. What is more dignifying than dying with Khamis al-Qasar, Hussein ibn Ali, who is a member of al-Aba and al-Qasar, the one who came to guide them to Sabil al-Rashad, to the road of beauty and perfection and prosperity. When I say that they were full of positive energy, I'm not saying that they were not sad. I mean, it's obvious. Imam Hussein is sad. Everybody is sad. They are not depressed, though. There is separation between sadness and depression. Sadness is a normal situation. We all are sad now. We hear every day in the news what is going on in Syria, in Iraq, in Lebanon, Afghanistan, everywhere, Libya, Yemen, Bahrain, Saudi, all is sad. Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam is known for her Dar al-Ahzan, right? The house of sadness, all this huzn and sadness. And Ahlul Bayt lived a life of huzn and sadness because of so much injustice against Ahlul Bayt from day number one. And Imam Hussein showed this sadness when his brother Abbas was martyred. Al-an inkasara dhahri wa qallat hilati. Right? He said that, now my back is broken to see the Alamdar, the one who carried the flag of commanding and has the title of Saqa. It breaks my back to see my brother in this situation. When he saw his son Ali al-Akbar, ala dunya ba'dak al-afa. What is dunya after this situation? What is dunya? What is dunya to see Sayyid al-Shahada, his son, that he was thirsty and tired and he was killed in such a brutal way? It is sad. And it says that the entire dunya is not worth it after such a tragic and sad circumstances. It is sad. Not only for the Muslims. Somebody like Edward Brown, a British writer and philosopher, he said, is there any heart to hear the story of Karbala and doesn't break? Wow, subhanAllah, he's not a Muslim. He says that, how come you hear what happened to Hussein and it doesn't break your heart? It's amazing that sometimes in Muslim community they think, oh, going to Majlis and Ashura. A member of our mosque told me today that when asking an individual today that, are you coming to the mosque tonight, the night of Ashura? And that person said that religious stuff, not my style, really. He said, religious stuff, not my style. What do you mean religious stuff, not my style? Like just because you think that you achieved so-called American dreams, now you have a big house and a big car, and you have enough money to get all the clothes that you want, you think that you are now the general manager of the universe, and you are so arrogant now that religious stuff not my style. You think that now you are so important, more important than anybody else, and only backward, and people have no time and no title and whatever, and they are not important. That is their stuff. Imam Hussein is not about religious stuff, brother and sister. Imam Hussein is about humanity. It's not just religion. His moment and his Ashura is about salvation of human society. Ashura is not only about religion, it's about a roadmap of a revolution and reflection of reviving the human conscience, the human mind and human soul. It's more than just religion in the sense of just, some prayer and some fasting. Subhanallah, the Quran says, إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَيَطْغَى أَنْ رَآهُ اسْتَغْنَى. When we get to a little material to this world, we think that now, we are so important. What is salat? What is hijab? What is modesty? They think that they are really in different world. And they think that, no, this is not my style. This is not for me. Like, look, I'm just different. That is so sad. The night of Ashura was a night of people who are blessed with two great qualities. They were ulul albab, they were ulul azm. Ulul albab, their real rationality, not just, aql in the sense of somebody be a normal, reasonable person. No, it's a lubul aql. They are deeply أهل الفكر والشعور والتدبر والتعقل. أولو الألباب. Deeply intellectual. You think that these people don't know what they are talking about when they say that if I was killed and burned 70 times, still I'm there to do the same thing? They know what they are talking about. It's very clear. قَدْ تَبَيَّنَ الرُّشْدُ مِنَ الْغَيِّ. It's 100% obvious. And they are ulul azm. That means that they have devotion and they have determination. They have reflection, they can reflect, and then resolution, willingness to apply what they think. They have wisdom and they are ready to work their wisdom and apply their wisdom. Yes, they are people with good intention, good expression, and good action. And when Imam Hussein said, هَلْ مِن نَاصِرٍ يَنْصُرُنِي وَهَلْ مِن مُعِينٍ يُعِينُنِي. This is what he is asking, that he wants us to join the people who are ulul albab, the people who are ulul azm. Al-iman al-irada. This is the quality of people on the day of Ashura, and they prove this on that beautiful day. I think Hajjiyaz, you should call our speakers that say that we are ready to listen to lectures, and we don't want to keep people wait too much, because we want you to come here again tomorrow 9:30, right? We'll start the program tomorrow 9:30. And tomorrow night is the last night. We start from the same time that we start tonight, but that will be the last night of this service. We really appreciate your participation. Ashura so far has been one of the best. I am so glad to see at the end so many kids and so many youth. They are coming. We don't have chant. We don't allow here takbir. but the simple expression of passion and love for Imam Hussein. That is so simple. Because somebody says, why in House of Wisdom you're always talking about education and wisdom, and now you have Latmiya here? And I said to that brother that, first of all, you said education. We are talking for 2 hours education. So we didn't give up education, number one. And then we have 20 minutes, half an hour, a traditional Latmiya. Interestingly, this brother is the brother that he told me just before Ashura. He said that, you know, it's not just lecture. We cannot just invite people to come and listen to lecture. The masjid should be like cool. And I said, what do you mean the masjid to be cool? And he said that, you know, like exercise, like, you know, if you have gymnasium to invite everybody to do some exercise. I said, exactly, that's what we are doing. They do a little exercise after 2 hours of lectures, and the Latmiya, they show their love for Imam Hussein, and it is exercise too. So you were saying the same thing. So the time that you said the masjid should be cool, and we need to have like some sports stuff, and you know, now we are doing it in Ashura, and again you are complaining. So what is it that you want us to do? Then you are not complaining. And he said that, and I said, by the way, I mean, if you go to some places, you may have all of this bleeding and all of this stuff, and alhamdulillah, you don't have such a thing, and we don't think that's the right thing to do. If you have extra blood, give it to Red Cross for the hospital, not to waste it on the ground and make the floor najas. So we believe on that. And then he said, well, then this is a good point that we can discuss it later on after Ashura. I said, no problem. So Haj Riyad said that if tonight, because some people were later, right?
Somebody came through the question and wanted to know, if they donate to the masjid, can it be deducted from their homes? It's a question for you.
Yes, absolutely, from Sahmul Imam. You know, those of you who deal with the homes, that homes is divided to Sahmul Imam and Sahmul Sadeh. We do use Sahmul Imam for the masjid, for expenses, for education, for our, you know, activities, for services, for things that we do. And the point about House of Wisdom is that you write your homes money directly in the name of House of Wisdom. So it goes to the House of Wisdom, and then you had paid your homes, and at the same time you can use that for your tax deductible as well, for your tax purposes. So really you are serving the masjid, and you are serving your business and serving your tax at the same time, and this is absolutely cool. And if somebody has it mixed, yes, you know, we have the wakalat. If you go at the door of the masjid, there are a big number of the marjas that they gave permission to House of Wisdom. And you can go and read it. You know, if you come at the masjid, at the door of the masjid, there are like 10 letters of permission of the, you know, different marja from the, including Ayatollah Sistani and others, that they, and Marhum Said Fallullah and others, Said Khui, Said Gulfaygani, Said Marashi, or, you know, the Maraji. So you can read that. But as I said, you can, if it is a mixed homes, like in Sahmul Imam and Sahmul Sadeh, you should mention it. You write it on your check that this is both. But if it is Sahmul Imam, can be directly use it for that purpose. You can write it down. And you know, some people, they want to specifically on the night of Ashura to bless the soul of their arwah amwatihim. If that's the case, there are, I think you mentioned that there are like pledge card in front of everybody. You can give it to Brother Riyad or Brother David, Jihad or others, and they mention the name of the arwah either after Sheikh Fadil or tomorrow inshallah during the service as much as they can. Don't forget, if you have any suggestion, any comment about our program, there is a box on the information desk that we love to learn if there was any shortcoming, anything during this 10, 11 nights of Ashura. We need to improve our program, but inshallah we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow night when we end this beautiful Ashura program. May Allah bless you and bless your participation. And
asking if the letters that are posted, are they current? He wants to know, are they current letters?
they didn't change their mind yet. Those who wrote it and they signed it, still they didn't change their mind. If they change their mind, we put it there as well.
There has to be a date. When they give you a wikala, how do you give you a wikala marker? There's got to be a date, like for a year.
How much homes you have, Haj? You have homes to keep.
I'm talking in general.
Yeah, I know.
We don't want to, let's be honest with people.
So what is your point? What's your point?
My point is, are they current? I'm just asking. I never get any answer.
What do you mean current? When the marja gives a permission, they don't apply it again. If it was 10 years ago, still is from 10 years ago.
He died. How could you still have a...
Well, we put, some people, they pay it, Some people still there, If they don't want to put it in the name of Sayyid Fadlullah, they want in the name of Sayyid Sistani, that's fine too, But out of respect, we don't want to just because the marja died, we burn that permission. I mean, still, we respect that writing, we still, respect the signature. Still, we have it. But now it's up to people, if they want to have another marja, another marja. But, the point is that even when you take the homes to the marja, what the marja does with the homes is use it for masjid, for school, for education. It's not that they are sending it to heaven. Still the same money is going to be spent for the same purposes. And one of the best purposes of spending money is in the United States that you spend it for your own children here against Islamophobia, for interfaith, for spreading Islam. I mean, even the Maraja, they love to send money to other areas that they can do the dawah work. So when the masajid are involved in so many activities here, that is the best. I mean, even if we didn't have a permission, we have a permission, but even if we didn't have a permission, you just go to the Risala of all this marja and read it and say how the Samuel Imam must be spent in general. And they tell you that can be used for the school, can be used for the masjid, can be used for mashari' amma, like a hospital, like, general education, like building a road, building that's, good for the community. So really the homes is not like a magical thing. Homes is just for the real thing that people use it. And the priority is the same location. If there is a need, for example, in this community, educational need, social need, whatever, for our youth, that they are in danger, Islamophobia, this terrorism, brainwashing. So there is a need here, and is good that we said that use the Sahmul Imam for, the community needs. And still, Sahmul Sada can be used for the, the marja and the, Huzat al-Miya and so on and so forth. Anybody else has a question?